It's time for Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Warrior Softball is brought to you by the Cloverbell Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior Softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. It's time now for Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on your home for Wausau West Sports, Wausau Area Sports, and WausauAreaSports.com.
Of Emmeline Groshnick.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. I am Chad Holmes, and today we have a Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup as the Warriors play host to the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. From Wausau West High School, I am again Chad Holmes, and Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids come in a tie in the Wisconsin Valley Conference for fourth place. Both the Red Raiders and the Warriors are 2-3 so far in conference, so a very important matchup here for these teams as they try to stay within shouting distance of the top teams in the conference right now, Stevens Point and Marshfield, who are 4-1. Warriors saw a 3-game win streak come to an end on Tuesday in a 3-0 loss against Marshfield, a game where neither team scored a earned run. It was a very good pitchers duel, but in the end the Warriors drop to 2-3 in the conference. They are 7-7 overall. Wisconsin Rapids is 6-7 overall, and they were a victor over the Warriors in the first conference game of the season, 5-3. A game that Wausau West had a 3-0 lead, but then Wisconsin Rapids came back for the W. Coming up next, we'll have our pregame conversation with the head coach of the Wausau West Warriors. I'll be talking to Jamie Hughes. That's straight ahead. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School Sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics. Wausau West Warrior High School Softball continues on Wausau Area Sports as today Wisconsin Valley Conference action. Wausau West taking on Wisconsin Rapids. I'm Chad Holmes, joined by Warrior head coach Jamie Hughes. And coach, we were saying, every game is a battle. You got a battle against Marshfield. They're a team that's right now tied for first place in the conference. It was nip and tuck, but when there's always a battle, it's a thin line between winning and losing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Both sides pitching was lights out through really good games. A couple errors is what cost it. Otherwise, it's a 0-0 game in extra innings. So stinks to be on our end of those couple little blemishes, but it's always going to be a battle, I think, across our conference, to be honest with you.
Talk about your pitching, and I was getting ready for the broadcast, and I was pulling up the stats, and it's amazing how both your pitchers, the numbers are just so much better this year. And it's not just the numbers. Anybody who comes and sees the games, you see that these girls have done a lot of the between the ear stuff to become better pitchers, and that's got to have been very encouraging to see both your pitchers really stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely. Caitlin has always just been a strong force on the mound in the sense of not letting things bother her. So great example to Nora. And then both of them together right now, I think, do have confidence. Regardless of the blunders that happen in a game, they do have confidence in everyone behind them. So they don't get down, and they just know their job is to keep trying to hit their spots. And, when the hits happen and if a team earns it, they've accepted that now. Mm-hmm. They used to get very discouraged if they'd go up there and someone hits a rocket off of them. It's a base hit. They're going to get them sometimes, and I think that is a huge learning thing between the ears there, that hits are going to happen, and it's okay.
As also mentioned beforehand, I was looking at your roster, looking at your lineup, and you got 2 freshmen on your varsity roster right now, and you have 2 sophomores on your varsity roster, and they're all in the starting lineup today, and they've been playing quite a bit. I wanted to maybe just talk a little bit about those 4 young ladies, and maybe let you say what the strengths are for these girls that have allowed them to become varsity players, and especially at the Division I level, in a Division I conference, that is not the easiest thing. But let's start with your 2 freshmen. What are the things that jump out about your freshmen that have allowed them to be successful this year?
Well, I think number one, they love ball. You got Bree, who is just amazing out there competing. She plays travel ball year round. She is a thinker on the field, but she wants to do great for herself and the team. I thought bringing her up as a middle infielder, ready to transition maybe to shortstop next year. We'll see how it goes. But would be huge for us because she is so coachable at that middle infield and trying to build that confidence. Then you have Brooklyn Kelmez, who, again, she's a ball player, but that girl is so athletic. She can do anything. She's probably the fastest in our entire program. So right away I wanted her for speed, transitioned her to an outfielder for this season, and she's been playing really well out there. She has never played outfield a day in her life, and she's fell into it really well. She says she's loving it. So
Got another Brooklyn in the outfield, in Brooklyn Freiberg, and you got Taylor Murkowski, or a couple of sophomores.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about those 2 young ladies.
So Murkowski came up as our quote-unquote second catcher behind JJ, and she and Nora, I decided to pair off. She's learning how to catch and call a game herself, do an amazing job behind the plate, and then also playing first base for us when she's not back there. And JJ has the same role, so there's a great leadership there, chemistry between those 2. Freiberg, she played center almost all last year, so I was excited to get my hands on her. Same thing, a lot of speed in the outfield helps, but coming up here, faster paced game, covering more ground on bigger hits, huge for her, and she's fallen into place really well. She plays center or right or left, so she's seeing the ball all over.
Wisconsin Rapids, and it's the second round with Wisconsin Rapids, and I'm probably stings a little bit. I know that game that you felt like you played probably well enough to win, but maybe the timeliness of some of the at-bats didn't go through. What do you look at with Wisconsin Rapids? What are the keys? Maybe what do they bring to the table and what your team has to do today?
Well, I think we're both competitors on both ends. They're, coming around probably stronger in the second half of the season, just like we are. So I'm expecting a close, competitive game. We saw 3 of their pitchers, so I know they're starting someone new, 4th pitcher, but I know we can hit all of them. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully the timeliness of those happens. And they haven't seen Caitlin this year yet, so hoping that is our advantage as well.
Best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
Head coach of the Warriors, Jamie Hughes, will come back of the starting lineups in the first pitch. Warrior softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution. And Chad Holmes again here from Wausau West as we are nearly set for softball. Wausau West Warriors and the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, leading things off and playing catcher is Layla Petrau. Batting in the number 2 position is their center fielder, Rachel Linsmeyer. Batting in the number 3 hole and starting at shortstop is Peyton Jaminski. Batting 4th, playing first base, is Allie Blanchard. Ellie Rippier is the designated player, hitting 5th. Batting in the number 6 position and playing in left field is McKenna Redcloud. Batting 7th and pitching is Ava Thomas. Batting 8th, the second baseman Taylor Fuller. And batting 9th is the right fielder Allie Linsmeyer. Gabby Mayak is the third baseman. She's the flex player and been replaced in the batting order by the designated player. We will give you the Wausau West starting lineup in just a moment, but first, we're ready to go. Layla Petrow, the catcher, will lead things off for the Red Raiders. Right-handed batter. Defensively for Wausau West in the outfield, Brooklyn Kalmus in left field, Brooklyn Freiberg in center. Claire Schultz is in right. Give you the infield D in just a moment. First pitch of the game is a fastball from Caitlin Butler for strike one called. Taylor Defner is at third base. Jaden Elke, the shortstop. Brianne Bouchong is at second base. Taylor Murkowski, the first baseman. And Jaden Kalmus is the catcher. 0-1 on the inside corner for a called strike two. Warriors got off to a fast start in the first meeting over in Wisconsin Rapids a few weeks back. Took a 3-0 lead, but then Rapids rallied and won it by a score of 5-3. Change of pace, missing on the release point is Butler. Ends up high for ball one. Chilly day here in Wausau. So if you're staying home watching it here with us, thank you very much for joining us. There's a ground ball off the first baseman, deflected, picked up by Bouchong, and flips it to first. 3-4-3 on the putout for out number one. Well hit ball, bounced off Murkowski, but right there to take that carom was Brianne Bouchong. And one up and one down for Lincoln. 44 degrees here in Wausau at first pitch. There's a little roller back to the pitcher, picked up by Butler, flipped to first in time, and very quickly 2 up and 2 down for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9, Peyton Jaminski.
And that will bring up Peyton Jaminski, the shortstop. So trying for a quick 1-2-3 inning is Caitlin Butler, and there's a chopper, goes off the foot of Jaminski, and that is strike one. Warriors in the white jerseys, white pants, dark blue pinstripes, dark blue numerals outlined in gold. 0-1. Change of pace, and that floats in there for strike two called. Wisconsin Rapids in their traditional red with the white numerals and the black pants. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball past the pitcher Butler into center field for a base hit. The glove was there, just got right past the edge of the mitt of the Wausau West pitcher. First base hit and the first base runner for Wisconsin Rapids. And that will bring up their first baseman, Allie Blanchard. Right-handed batter, slightly open stance. Pitch is a fastball in at the knees. Strike one called. Again, the winner of today's game back at 500 in conference play. The loser will go to 2-4. So again, a significant game for both these teams. Ground ball, second base side. Brianne Bouchong will pick. She'll flip to first in time. 4-3 on the putout, and that will do it for Wisconsin Rapids in the first inning. No runs on one base hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. End of one half inning. It is Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids still scoreless. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Bottom half of inning number 1, Warriors coming to the plate. Brianne Bouchon will lead things off, followed by Jaden Elke and Taylor Defner. Ava Thomas in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. We'll quickly go through the Wausau West batting order here in just a moment. And now stepping out is Brianne Bouchon. Well, the pitcher, Thomas, made a move with her hands, and what umpire pointing out. So, again, on this chilly day, the pitchers will definitely try to keep those hands warm. First pitch, strike 1 called. Bouchon, Jaden Elke, Taylor Defner, the top 3 in the order. Jaden Kalmus hitting 4th. Taylor Mikowski 5th. Claire Schultz 6th. Brooklyn Kalmus 7th. The designated player, Nora Hintz 8th, and Brooklyn Freiberg is hitting 9th. There's a flare over the backstop and out of play. In fact, that violation by Thomas in the circle on the mound was a ball. So they gave a ball before even throwing her first pitch. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brianne Bouchon. One of those freshmen we heard about in the pregame show when we talked to the coach, Jamie Hughes, talked about the freshmen and the sophomores for this Wausau West team. And Brianne Bouchon, being a freshman, she has been a constant presence at the top of the batting order for West all season long. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thomas with the pitch. Drops down low. Evens things up at 2-2. McKenna Red Cloud in left field for Wisconsin Rapids. Rachel Linsmeyer starting in center. Allie Linsmeyer in right. We'll give you the Lincoln High School infield in just a moment. Here's the 2-2, and that is strike 3 called. So a strikeout to start off the Wausau West, bottom of the first, and that will bring up the shortstop, Jaden Elke.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Elke.
On this chilly day, Jaden wearing the sweat shirt type top to add a little bit of warmth. Pitch floats in a little bit up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Gabby Mayak is at third base. Peyton Jaminski at shortstop. Taylor Fuller at the second baseman. Allie Blanchard at first. Layla Petrou is the catcher for Ava Thomas. 1-0. Just misses a tad down low. Makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Right-handed batter stepping back in. Open stance from Jaden Elke. Ava Thomas to the plate. That's in at the knees, inner portion of the plate. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Just underway here from Wausau West. If you're in the neighborhood, stop on by, but make sure you wear some warm clothing. 2-1. There's a ground ball first base side, and it stays fair. The English on that one kept it fair. Allie Blanchard will pick it up, take it 3 unassisted for out number 2. And that will bring up the Wausau West third baseman, number 3 hitter, Taylor Defner. Thomas's pitch popped up, foul territory first base side, and that will be out of play. And that is strike 1. Dangerous hitter, Taylor Defner. She has gone deep 3 times in conference play so far this season. 0-1. Good fastball from Thomas, and that is strike 2. Taylor Defner hitting .333 in conference play. Has 2 home runs in conference, 6 runs batted in. Both those home runs came in that 1-run win in Stevens Point a couple of weeks back. 0-2. Misses away, ball 1. Plenty of activity going on here at Wausau West today. The Wausau West baseball team, who we saw in a doubleheader on Tuesday at Wisconsin Rapids, hosting Wisconsin Rapids just across the way here today. 1-2. Line drive into right field for a base hit. Well hit ball by Taylor Defner. First base knock for the Warriors.
Catcher number 9, Jaden Kelman.
And Jaden Kelman will now get a chance here in the first. Cleanup hitter for Wausau West. Also has good pop in that game against Stevens Point. She also had a home run. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Taken near the bag. Fire across and in time. I thought for a moment Jaminski might take it to the bag, but good hustle by Defner and made the shortstop Jaminski throw it. So 6-3 on the putout, and the Warriors' inning comes to an end. No runs, one base hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. End of one inning. Wisconsin Rapids nothing. Wausau West nothing. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Not too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Top of the second inning, Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate in this scoreless game.
Second for the Raiders, the DP number 16, Ellie Rapier.
Ellie Rapier, the designated player, will step in the first pitch from right-hander Caitlin Butler misses inside for ball one. Rapier followed by McKenna Redcloud and Ava Thomas for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln in the second inning. There's a fly ball right field side. Going back is Claire Schultz. Overhead. Rolls all the way to the fence. Rounding first. Heading towards second is Rapier, and she'll be in standing up with a leadoff double to begin play in the second inning.
Left fielder number 25, McKenna Redcloud.
So McKenna Redcloud will have a runner in scoring position as she steps to home plate. Taking it the other way very well was Rapier. Caitlin Butler toes the rubber, looks into Jaden Kalmus for the sign and the target. There's a bunt, laid down, good bunt, picked up by Taylor Defner, fires to first in time, and the sacrifice is successful for Wisconsin Rapids. Well, Red Cloud did the job. Now a runner on third and one out for Ava Thomas. Thomas, the Wisconsin Rapids pitcher, a chance to help her own cause. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good location there by Caitlin Butler. Started at about the knees, had a little bit of downward movement as it got towards the strike zone, and that is strike one. There's a change of pace that drops just a little bit low, even things up at 1-1. Taking a stroll to the back of the pitcher's circle is Caitlin Butler. Now she'll toe and look in again. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Something we heard from Caitlin Butler and Jaden Kalmus in the post game on Friday of last week is these two are calling their own game. Change of pace, ground ball pulled foul, third base side. Jaden Kalmus does not look towards the third base dugout for a sign from the coaches. She makes the call, and then Caitlin Butler will approve or shake it off or whatever it may be. These two call their own game and then worked very well in that game against Pacelli last Friday. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the pitch. There's a chopper. Grabbing it is Butler. Goes back to third and out at third. Well done by Butler, number 1, fielding her position, able to grab that chopper before it went over her head, and then immediately looked towards third, fired to Taylor Defner, put down the tag, and the call was out. Wisconsin Rapids third base coach came down the line, was not to complain about the call. It's about getting a courtesy runner out there for the pitcher.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 35.
Emily Van Petersom, freshman, will be the courtesy runner for Ava Thomas. So that will be a fielder's choice. And now 2 outs in the inning, 1-5 on the putout. Taylor Fuller, the second baseman, will come up next for Wisconsin Rapids. From a runner on third with 1 out, now a runner on first and 2 outs for Wisconsin Rapids. And that'll be fouled back to the screen for strike 1. No scores. We play the top of the second inning. Butler's ready. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball off the mid of Butler. Bouchon will pick. She'll fire to first. Not in time. Close play, but beating it out was Fuller. Infield single, and that will keep the inning alive for Wisconsin Rapids.
Now bang the right fielder, number 1, Allie Linsmeyer.
Runners on first and second now for the number 9 hitter in the Wisconsin Rapids batting order, right fielder Allie Linsmeyer. Change of pace, ground ball, Brianne Bouchon at second. She'll flip to first in time, 4-3 on the putout, and that will do it for Wisconsin Rapids in the top of the second inning. For the Red Raiders, no runs, 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. End of an inning and a half. It is Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids still scoreless. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports. On Friday, the Wausau West High School baseball team travels to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood to take on the 7th-ranked team in the state in Division III. See all the exciting action live on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch set for 5 p.m. Wausau West Warrior High School baseball on Wausau Area Sports is brought to you by the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Now open in Mosinee. Visit CCU's new branch in the Bayman Professional Building across from the Mosinee Airport. Warrior Baseball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, attorney Matthew Meyer and the Weld Riley Law Firm, and the Wausau West Diamond Club. It's Wausau West at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood in high school baseball. Friday, starting with the pregame show at 4:45 on your home for Wausau West baseball. Wausau Area Sports. Taylor Murkowski leading things off for Wausau West in the bottom of the second inning of this scoreless game. First pitch is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Ava Thomas in the circle. Here's the pitch. Ground ball in the hole between short and third into left field for a base hit.
Bang the right fielder, number 15, Claire Schultz.
So a leadoff single for Wausau West from Taylor Murkowski, and they'll bring up right fielder Claire Schultz. Right-handed batter, number 15 on the sweatshirt. Ground ball, third base side, scooped up there, fired to second, and that will be all that Wisconsin Rapids will get. Force out. So 1 out, runner on first for Brooklyn Kalmus.
And the left fielder, number 6, Brooklyn Kalmus.
5-4 on that force out at second base. The Wausau West left fielder, Brooklyn Kalmus, steps in. Pitch bounces to the backstop, and advancing 60 feet to second base will be Claire Schultz. So now the Warriors, like Wisconsin Rapids in the last half inning, have a runner in scoring position. Ava Thomas has the target. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, right-hand side, taken at second by Taylor Fuller, flips to first in time. Advancing to third on the play will be Schultz, but now there are 2 outs for Wausau West. So an RBI chance here for the designated player, Nora Hintz. Nora Hintz, of course, one of the 2 Wausau West pitchers, have done such a terrific job during the course of this season. She was the starting pitcher on Tuesday in Marshfield, did not give up any earned runs, but did take the loss in that 3-0 game against the Marshfield Tigers. But now trying to get the Warriors on the board. Here's Thomas and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was good location. And again, that ball had a little bit of tail towards the outside corner, and on that cut, holding her left shoulder is Nora Hintz. Looks like on that cut as she tried to reach out towards the outer portion of the plate. And it looks as though she is going to head towards the the third base dugout. And we may get ourselves a hitter. In all likelihood, it'll be Caitlin Butler, who had been replaced in the batting order by the designated player. Yep, it will be Caitlin Butler coming out and doing the hitting here for the Warriors. But boy, that is something you don't want to see. As I just said, both Hintz and Butler have been just stellar in terms of their pitching so far this season for the Warriors. Hopefully it's nothing serious for Nora Hintz. Especially coming up on Saturday, Warriors have a pair of games over in De Pere. They play De Pere at 10 a.m. and West De Pere at 12 noon on Saturday. And we'll have both those games for you live right here on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. But now stretching out is going into the right-handed batter's box with a 0-1 count is Caitlin Butler. So Ava Thomas towing the rubber. Here's the pitch. Another good fastball from the right-hander, and that is strike 2 called. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on third for the Warriors. That is Claire Schultz. Thomas deals up and out of the strike zone. Ball 1. Should Nora Hintz reach base, in the on-deck circle for Wausau West is their center fielder, Brooklyn Freiberg. 3 hits so far for Wisconsin Rapids, 2 hits for the Warriors, but nobody's put one across the plate. 0-0, bottom of the second. 1-2. There's a pop-up. First base side out of play, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Also in the Valley today, in high school softball, DC Everest is at Stevens Point. Evergreens are 3-2 in conference. Stevens Point is 4-1. And Wausau East is at Marshfield. Marshfield tied with Stevens Point atop the league standings with a 4-1 record. East still looking for their first win in conference play. There's a fly ball right field side coming in, making the call, and making the grab is Allie Linsmeyer for out number 3. Like Wisconsin Rapids in the top of the inning, in the bottom of the inning, the Warriors threaten but do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. End of 2 innings. It is Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids still scoreless. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks.
Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Top half of inning number 3. No score. Top of the order for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Layla Petrowell leading things off. And there's a fastball on the inside corner from Caitlin Butler, evening up the count at 1-1. Petrowell, Rachel Lindsmeyer, and Peyton Jaminski due up for Wisconsin Rapids. 1-1. There's a roller, first base side, taken on the first hop by Taylor Murkowski. Goes right to the bag, and that is out number 1.
Now batting the center fielder, Rachel Lindsmeyer.
Rachel Lindmeyer up next. She grounded back to the pitcher, Butler, her first time up. That wind making it chilly here, pushing towards the right field foul pole. There's a good fastball from Butler, outer portion of the plate for strike 1 called. But yeah, today feeling more like early spring or even fall-like temperatures. As I said, 44 at first pitch. There's a pop over the backstop and out of play, and quickly Butler up in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Right-handed batter. Butler works quick. Here's the pitch. Change of pace, and there's a fly ball right field side coming in. Not able to get there. Short hop by Claire Schultz. Quickly gets it back to the infield. But a single the other way for Rachel Lindsmeyer.
Now batting the shortstop, Peyton Jaminski.
Fourth base hit of the afternoon for Wisconsin Rapids. And that will bring up their number 3 hitter, shortstop Peyton Jaminski. Pitch is grounded back to the pitcher. Throw to second. Dug out nicely by Elke to save throwing there and get one out on the play.
Now batting the first baseman, Allie Blanchard.
Fielder's choice for Jaminski. 2 outs for Allie Blanchard. That was a case where getting it quickly was Butler. I think she tried to rush it a little bit, tried to get a double play. But that was a nice job, number 1, of making the grab on that low throw and also keeping the bag for Jaden Elke. So now 2 outs, runner on first for Blanchard, who grounded out her first time up. Pitch is taken up for ball 1. Top of the third, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for Wisconsin Rapids. No runs on a pair of base hits, no errors for Wausau West. 1-0. Drops just a little bit low, just below the knees, and that makes it 2-0. Talked about it with the coach in our pregame interview. Boy, every game in the WVC right now is just like this. Very nip and tuck. Very little margin for error. That will bounce in there. Nice job behind the plate by Jaden Kalmus to save a wild pitch. But the count does go to 3-0. But every game, I mean, Wausau West, they conceivably could be 5-0, but conceivably they could have lost a couple of the games they won as well. So, again, it's just been very, very, very tight in the conference this season. There's a good fastball from Butler for a called strike 1. Of course, the games the Warriors lost was the first game against Rapids where they led 3-0. They lost 5-3. They led 4-1 against DC Everest and fell 9-6. 3-1 count is fouled off to the right-hand side. And, of course, the game on Tuesday against Marshfield, no earned runs in that game, but in the end, Marshfield took advantage of a couple of miscues and won it 3-0. So, again, all 3 of those losses, the Warriors are saying, hey, we could have won it. But could-haves and would-haves don't count in the standings. 3-2 pitch is down low, and that is ball 4. So, Wisconsin Rapids for the second straight inning, having something going with runners in scoring position.
Ellie Rapier.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs for Ellie Rapier. Rapier drilled a double the other way to right field her first time up. There's a ground ball towards third. Picked up nicely by Defner, fires across in time, and there's a 5-3 putout for out number 3 and the end of the top of the third inning. So another scoreless frame from Caitlin Butler. No
The
runs.
Raiders in the top of the
One
third,
base
no runs
hit,
on one hit.
no errors, 2 runners left on base. End of 2.5. It is Wisconsin Rapids nothing, Wausau West nothing. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Brooklyn Freiberg leading things off for Wausau West in the bottom of the third inning of this scoreless game. First pitch, fastball, just off the outside corner from Ava Thomas, ball 1. 9, 1, and 2 hitters here for Wausau West in this bottom of the third. Freiberg, Brianne Bouchon, and Jaden Elke. Ava Thomas steals, rolls that one in, and that's ball 2. So 2-0 on Brooklyn Freiberg. Right-handed batter, straightaway stance. Looking at her wristband is Thomas. Now she'll toe the rubber, look in for the target. 2-0. There's a roller, third base side. It will be a foul ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the Wausau West center fielder. Again, Saturday, the Warriors back in action. Take a trip to De Pere. 10 o'clock for the first game against De Pere. 9:45 airtime right here on Wausau Area Sports. And we'll also have the Warriors against West De Pere at 12 noon approximately. 2-1. There's a fly ball center field. Rachel Linsmeyer towards left center will make the call, make the grab for out number 1.
Now batting the second baseman, Brianne Bouchon.
Back to the top of the order for the Warriors and Brianne Bouchon. Bouchon struck out looking her first plate appearance in the first inning. Right-handed hitting freshman, number 1 on the back of the jersey. And swings at the first pitch, pop up near the first base dugout, and it lands right on top of the dugout. Maybe a foot from landing into the mitt of the first baseman, Allie Blanchard. So another chance here for Brianne Bouchon. Ava Thomas has been solid so far in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. 0-1. There's a ground ball past the pitcher, and past the diving second baseman Taylor Fuller into center field for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Brianne Bouchon, and that will bring up the Wausau West shortstop, Jaden Elke. Well, both teams have had base runners. Both teams have had chances, but the pitchers are, as they like to say, scattering the hits. No run so far, but 4 hits now for Rapids, 3 for the Warriors. There's a fly ball right field side. Allie Linsmeyer comes in. She'll make the call and make the grab for out number 2.
Now batting the third baseman, Taylor Defner.
Taylor Defner now will settle in for the Warriors. Strong right-handed hitter is Taylor Defner. Pitch is a fastball off the outside corner. Ball 1.
No.
Taking her time now is Thomas, but she's ready. 1-0. Way up and out of the strike zone, and that's ball 2. So now a good hitter's count for Taylor Defner. Defner is 1 for 1 so far today. She singled back in the first inning. Layla Petrol again puts down the fingers. Here's the pitch. That will be right on the outside corner. That was a good 2-0 pitch from Thomas. Did not pour it right down the middle, but it got the corner, and it's now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first for the Warriors. Thomas to the plate, way up high. Pick off back to first, and diving back in safely is Brianne Bouchon. $13 on the back of the jersey for Taylor Defner. Again, no worries about the superstition of that number. And now 3 balls and 1 strike. Thomas to the plate. Good cut by Defner, but follows it over the screen and out of play. And the count runs full, 3-2. Just past 5 o'clock, so that means first pitch is happening behind me at the Wausau West Baseball Diamond. Warriors and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln here today as well. We'll have the Warrior baseball team tomorrow. We'll have more on that coming up. Payoff pitch is down into the artificial dirt. Taylor Defner gets the walk, and now runners back in scoring position for West. Going to second is Brianne Bouchon, and Jaden Kalmus, the Wausau West cleanup hitter, will step in. Kalmus grounded out to the shortstop. Peyton Jaminski, her first time up. Wind has shifted a bit. Now it's blowing straight in from the American flag, just left of center. On the outside corner on that pitch from Ava Thomas for strike 1 called. But tomorrow I'll be in Wittenberg. Burnhamwood High School to be exact. The Wausau West baseball team will take on Whitburn. 4:45 for the pregame, 5 o'clock for the first pitch right here on Wausau Area Sports. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Diving attempt. Oh, and a nice play. And rolling third. Safe at second. And the throw gets away. A run will come in and score. Boy, it's a good play by Fuller. She made a dive to her right. But the play at second was late again as Defner got to the bag first. No hesitation around third from Brianne Bouchon. The throw got away from the catcher Petrol. And the Warriors take a 1-0 lead. So an infield single for Jaden Kalmus, a throwing error to allow the runners to get to second and third, respectively. So 1-0 Warriors, runners on second and third, 2 outs for Taylor Murkowski. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. Taylor Murkowski singled her first time up. She is 1 for 1. So the Warriors on the board first. 1-0 Wausau West, bottom of the third inning. And again, it was a good break on that ground ball from Defner to get to the bag before the force out. Pitch is down low for ball 2. And also terrific base running and coaching on the third base side. As, again, there was no hesitation from Brianne Bouchon. Got waved around by the coach and was able to score easily. Good hitters count now, 2-0 on Murkowski. Up and out of the strike zone, and that's ball 3. Claire Schultz waits on deck. She would hit next. 3 balls and no strikes on Taylor Murkowski. Here's the pitch. Checking her swing. Looked like getting the green light was Murkowski, but Thomas gets it in there for strike 1 called. Three balls and 1 strike. Big opportunity here for the Warriors. Second and third and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a pop-up third base side. It'll go off the top of the backstop. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners wait on second and third. Peeking again at her wristband is Ava Thomas. She'll toe the rubber, look in for the target. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball, third base side, fair ball! Oh, that's going to score 2. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run. A 2-out, 2 RBI single by Taylor Murkowski right inside the bag, and it's now 3-0 Warriors. Timely hitting, and that's something that the Warriors at times have been good at and other times have not been good at. And here in this inning, a couple of 2-out hits have led to 3 runs. Claire Schultz will now step in. She reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. Pitch misses up and away for ball 1. But again, that ground ball from Murkowski just inches inside the bag. And a 2-out, 2 RBI hit. 4th base hit of the game for Wausau West. Actually, the 5th, I think, hit for the Warriors. There's a pop-up right over my head and out of play. But the scoreboard says 4. I have 5 hits for the Warriors, but nevertheless, the big number is the 3, which the 3, as you look at the scoreboard, a couple of the lights are out. But take my word for it, 3-0 Wausau West. See the scoreboard out in center field from our camera shot. Claire Schultz will step back in. Again, that wind pushing rather briskly. You see the American flag in center field pushing towards that right field foul pole. Ava Thomas again is ready. Here's the 1-1. Pitch misses away. Pickoff back to first and back in. Standing up is Taylor Murkowski. 2 balls and a strike. Thanks to our sponsors, including the Cloverbelt Credit Union. Really appreciate their support as we begin our project here with Wausau Area Sports. 2-1. There's a foul ball, first base side, right off the top of the first base dugout. Count goes to 2-2. Also thanks to Ryan and everyone at Rocket Industrial for their support of our broadcast as well. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ava Thomas is ready. Here's the wind and the pitch. There's a pop-up again. Battling right now is Claire Schultz. We'll do it again at 2-2. Thanks to Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group for their support of our broadcast as well. 3 in for the Warriors in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Jaminski, she'll fire across, and in time is hustling down the line for the Warriors was Claire Schultz. But that will do it for the Warriors in the 3rd inning. But Wausau West scores 3 times. 3 runs on 3 base hits. There was an error, and 1 runner left on base. End of 3. It is Wausau West 3, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Top of the 4th inning, Wausau West 3, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. First pitch from Caitlin Butler, missed for ball 1. 1-0. There's a roller. Charging at third again is Defner. She'll pick. She'll fire across on target. 5-3 on the putout, and the first out of the inning.
Now batting the pitcher, Ava Thomas.
Very solid at third base is Taylor Defner. And now stepping in will be the pitcher and number 7 hitter for Rapids, Ava Thomas. Here's Butler's pitch. Fastball. just off the outside corner for ball one. No undershirt for Butler. Short sleeves even on this cold day. Fastball rises up and in for ball two. Anyone in short sleeves, God, it is chilly out here today. Wind chills in the upper 30s, maybe even a little lower than that. There's a ground ball right to the shortstop, Jaden Elke. She'll flip across in time, 6-3 on the putout, and out number 2 for Wisconsin Rapids in the fourth inning. So 2 up and 2 down for the Raiders, and that will bring up second baseman Taylor Fuller. Well, Butler continues to mow him down for the Warriors. Fastball's a little bit low for ball one. Again, it's been such a very interesting year in the Wisconsin Valley Conference in softball. Well, we saw the Warriors win at Stevens Point, but since then, Spash seems like they woke up a little bit. They have been dominant in their games since then. 1-0. Ground ball right to Elke. She'll pick, she'll fire across in time, and that will do it. A very quick 1-2-3 inning for Rapids in the fourth. We are halfway through here from Wausau West, middle of the fourth inning. It is Wausau West 3 and Wisconsin Rapids nothing. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to
Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Warriors with the lead. Brooklyn Kalmus will lead things off against Ava Thomas. Brooklyn grounded to second base her first time up. She is 0 for 1. First pitch of the inning drops a little bit low for ball one. Brooklyn Kalmus, Nora Hint, I should say, Hintz was the original batter, but now Caitlin Butler replaced her when Hintz got injured. So Brooklyn Kalmus, Caitlin Butler, and Brooklyn Freiberg do up here for the Warriors in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0. Little chopper goes right in front of me behind home plate. Evens it up at 1-1. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Lincoln Red Raiders. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the West Warriors. There's a pop-up on the infield, coming in hard and not able to get there, Taylor Fuller, and that will be an infield single for Brooklyn Kalmus. Landed between Thomas and Fuller, and the Warriors get a leadoff hit. And Caitlin Butler will now step in for the Warriors. Caitlin Butler flew out to right field her first time up. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Thomas has one play, just throws the first in time. And advancing to second will be Brooklyn Kalmus. That was a good break on that grounder by Kalmus. Taking a peek for the force was Thomas. But now the Warriors, with 1 out, have a runner in scoring position for center fielder Brooklyn Freiberg. Thomas to the plate. Off the inside corner for ball one. Brooklyn Freiberg flew out to center field her first time up. Thomas rocks and deals. Chopper foul third base side. Count evens up at 1-1. (3-0) Wausau West with the lead. Trying to get a season split with Wisconsin Rapids. Lincoln won the first meeting, the conference opener, 5-3 in Wisconsin Rapids. 1-1. Misses up high. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. This is the start of the second round of Wisconsin Valley Conference round robin. 2-1. There's a roller towards short. Jaminski will pick. She'll fire across. Not in time. Infield single for Brooklyn Freiberg. And now runners on first and third. I'm not sure if Brooklyn Kalmus, who was cutting from second to third, right in front of Peyton Jaminski, may have caused a little bit of a hesitation, but Freiberg takes advantage, and now the Warriors have runners on the corners and 1 out for the top of the order, and Brianne Bouchon. So Warriors looking to add to their lead, and I think the Wisconsin Rapids coach wants to know whether there is some sort of interference, but I don't think so. You are allowed to be able to go in the baseline and try to get to the next bag. Did not run into the fielder, did not have the ball hit her. So in the end, it's going to be a fruitless trip to talk to the base umpire. And now the Warriors will have this opportunity to add to their advantage.
Now batting the second baseman, Brianne Bouchon.
Brianne Bouchon is 1 for 2. She singled and scored a run in the third inning. Ava Thomas towing the rubber. Here's the pitch. Up and out of the strike zone. Runner going from first to second. A throw behind the runner at third. And out at third is Brooklyn Kalmus. Boy, that was a good play made by Layla Petrell. Freiberg broke from first to second. Took a quick look and actually faked out Brooklyn Kalmus. And now 2 outs in the inning and a runner on second base. 1 ball and no strikes on Bouchon. Way up high. Getting over Crouch to snag it is Petrell. And now fire back to second and diving back in head first is Freiberg. Brooklyn Freiberg a little bit slow to get up, and now she's holding her right ankle. So maybe injured after scurrying back to the bag is the Wausau West center fielder. Well, the Warriors have already lost 1 player to injury as Nora Hintz left the game after taking a cut at a pitch on the outside corner back in the second inning. She was the designated player. She went off to the third base dugout, and now it is Brooklyn Freiberg who is being looked at second base for the Warriors. While we have a moment, let's look ahead at our broadcast schedule here on Wausau Area Sports. Coming up tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, it is Wausau West High School baseball. The Warriors will take on Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood is the number 7 ranked team in the state in Division III. Whitburn will host the Warriors. I'll be at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood High School, 4:45 for the pregame. And then a pair of games for the Wausau West softball team on Saturday. The Warriors at De Pere. We will be in De Pere, 9:45 a.m. So we had 9:45 a.m. pregame on Saturday morning. 10 o'clock for the first pitch, Wausau West and De Pere. And then after that, the Warriors will take on West De Pere, approximately 12 noon. So that's all coming up in the next 2 days here on Wausau Area Sports. Looks like Freiberg is okay. Pitch bounces in there to Bouchon, and the count goes to 3-0. So Brooklyn Freiberg at second base, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning, and the Warriors leading 3-0. Ava Thomas will tow the rubber for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Here's the pitch. That is right down the chute, taken for a called strike 1. The Old Glory again is whipped up, pushing towards the right field foul pole. Thomas has the target. Here's the pitch. Misses up and in, and that's ball 4. So Brianne Bouchon will head to first base. Put runners on first and second with 2 outs, and shortstop, number 2 hitter Jaden Elke coming to the plate. And the pitch. There's a pop-up first base side, and making the call, making the grab is Allie Blanchard, and that will do it for the Warriors in the 4th inning. Wausau West, no runs on a pair of base hits, and 2 runners left on base. End of 4, it is Wausau West 3, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports and our Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. The Weld
top half of inning number 5, Wisconsin Rapids coming to the plate, trailing the Warriors 3-0. For Lincoln, it will be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Allie Linsmeyer, followed by Layla Petrol, and then Rachel Linsmeyer.
On the fifth for the Raiders, right fielder number 1, Allie Linsmeyer.
Caitlin Butler has gone the distance in the circle for the Warriors, allowing no runs on 4 base hits. No strikeouts in this game so far for the Warrior pitcher, but her defense has done the job behind her, and there's ball 1. No strikeouts and only 1 walk, so not hurting herself at all is Caitlin Butler here today. 1-0. Fastball. Just off the inside corner. That was a close pitch, but ball 2. So now, Linsmeyer, who grounded to second base her first time up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball just misses a little bit up and away, and that's ball 3. Just saying that up to this point, not hurting herself has been Caitlin Butler, but now down in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing on the pitch, charging at second, little underhand flip, and that will be in time. Nice play made at second base by Brianne Bouchon. Boy, could not afford any kind of bobble, but able to get there and then flip it quickly to Murkowski. 4-3 on the putout for out number 1. Surprised to see the number 9 hitter swinging at 3 balls and no strikes. So now top of the order and Layla Petrol. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Petrol has grounded out twice. She grounded 3-4-3. Hit a hard ball that was knocked down by Murkowski, deflected to Bouchon. You get back to Murkowski. There's a bunt. Back to the pitcher. Butler will flip to first. Too high, and it goes into right field. So it could be a play. Oh, then stopping and getting back to the bag at first is Petrol. But a nice job in right field for the Warriors. Claire Schultz got over there, was able to get to it and keep Petrol at first.
Now bag number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer.
Goes up as an error on the board, so we'll put down as an error as well. Pitcher a little bit high on that throw. So runner on first and 1 out for Rachel Linsmeyer. Pitch is a little bit low. Pick off back to first, and the ball gets away. And now Petrol will get up, and she will head to second base on the throwing error. So a couple of miscues here to start off the inning for Wausau West. And a runner now, and I shouldn't say to start the inning with one out, but now a runner in scoring position. Petrell actually kind of lured that throw. There's a little roller back towards the pitcher. Going to be a tough play. Throw to first and not in time. Infield single for Rachel Lindsmeyer. Runner goes to third. Runner's on the corners, one out for Peyton Chominski. Well, not hitting the ball hard here in this inning is Wisconsin Rapids, but all of a sudden they got runners on the corners and an RBI chance for their number 3 hitting shortstop. Runner on the move, throw down to second, and sliding in safety. Ball knocked away. Now breaking from third and coming in to score is Petrell. The ball got kicked by the sliding Lindsmeyer, and it got away, and that allows Petrell to score and get Wisconsin Rapids on the board and make it 3-1. So a stolen base puts Lindsmeyer in scoring position, and now we'll get a huddle in the circle by the Wausau West Warrior infield D. So Rapids on the board, 3-1 score. Peyton Chominski, she singled in the first and then reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Right-handed batter. 0-1. There's a chopper. Jaden Elke on the second hop. One play, fires across in time. Advancing the third on that ground ball is Rachel Lindsmeyer.
Bag number 18, Allie Blanchard.
Been a busy day for the left-hand side of the infield D for the Warriors. And both Jaden Elke and Taylor Defner have been flawless in their opportunities. 2 outs, runner on third for Allie Blanchard. Good fastball that time from Caitlin Butler for strike 1 called. Trying to keep it at a 2-run lead for the Warriors in the 5th. Off the end of the bat, goes fouled on the first base side, and just like that, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run in, runner on third for Wisconsin Rapids. 3-1 lead for Wausau West. Blanchard is grounded out and walked. 0-2. Ground ball, first base side, goes foul. Stays at 0-2. Warriors 7-7 overall, 2-3 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Wisconsin Rapids 6-7 overall, and Lincoln is 2-3 as well in the WVC. 0-2, strike 3 called. Fastball on the inside corner, and jogging off and getting congratulated is Warrior pitcher Caitlin Butler as the inning comes to an end. 1 run for the Raiders, 1 hit, couple of errors, and 1 runner left on base. And a 4.5. It is Wausau West 3, Wisconsin Rapids 1. This is Warrior softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics.
Taylor Defner leads off for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th inning. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. 3-1, Wausau West with the lead. Defner, Jaden Kalmus, and Taylor Murkowski, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Warrior batting order. Both pitchers have done nice work. Ava Thomas for Wisconsin Rapids. Caitlin Butler for the Warriors. There's a high pop-up, short right field side. Near the line, now foul territory, and making the grab in foul territory is Allie Linsmeyer for Wisconsin Rapids for out number 1.
Now batting number 9, Jaden Kalmus.
And that will bring up Jaden Kalmus. Jaden Kalmus is grounded out and also singled. Scored a run as well, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Right back through the box, deflected, picked by the shortstop, fire across in time. Well, that was a nice job in the circle by Thomas. Without that deflection, that ball's in center field for a base hit, so it's a 1-6-3 putout for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Warriors in the 5th, and Taylor Murkowski, who has a pair of hits, will now step in. Murkowski singled in the 2nd, and then a 2 RBI single in the 3rd. Pitch misses for ball 1. Sophomore for the Warriors, as we talked about in our pregame. A couple of freshmen and a couple of sophomores on the roster, and all 4, in fact, in the starting lineup. Change of pace will hang up and out of the strike zone for ball 2. Significant game again for both these teams. Both are 2 and 3 in the Valley, and really both need a W to try to stay within shouting distance of the top. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Going up and out of the strike zone that time was Murkowski, and the count is 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Thomas toes the rubber, looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Keeping it alive is Taylor Murkowski. I mentioned that Stevens Point, since that loss against Wausau West, has been really rolling. They're rolling again today. They are leading DC Everest 14-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning today in Stevens Point. So DC Everest 14-2 trailing Stevens Point in the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch. There's a high pop-up on the infield. Coming over and making the grab. Oh, dropping it. Not making the grab. I made an assumption there. Dropping it is Blanchard, and the inning stays alive for the Warriors. Error on the first baseman.
Batting number 15, Claire Schultz.
Also in Valley softball today, Wausau East is trailing Marshfield over at East High today, 8-0 in the 5th. Fastball misses to Claire Schultz for ball 1. So again, the other games, Stevens Point 14, DC Everest 2 in the 4th, and Marshfield 8, Wausau East 0 in the 5th. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Warrior baseball team in action as well today. And they trail Wisconsin Rapids across the way 3-0. So Wisconsin Rapids 3, Wausau West 0 in baseball in the 2nd inning. 0-2 pitch. There's a pop over the backstop and out of play. Still 0-2. So runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. And the Warriors with a 3-1 lead over Wisconsin Rapids. Ava Thomas to the plate. Up and out of the strike zone. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. Claire Schultz has reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out today. And wind again kicking up a bit, making it again a little chilly. The winter coats are back. The blankets are back. 1-2. Misses up high. Actually, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The scoreboard is off. 3-2 with 2 outs. Schultz waits. Thomas, payoff pitch. There's a high pop-up, short left center field. Hard run for Red Cloud, and she'll be called off by the shortstop, Peyton Jaminski. And Jaminski will squeeze for out number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th. End of 5. It is Wausau West 3 and Wisconsin Rapids 1. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing? Boat for skiing? A pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Top of the 6th inning, Ellie Rapier leads off for Wisconsin Rapids. Swing and a miss on a changeup from Caitlin Butler. Strike 1. Rapier, the number 5 hitting designated player for Wisconsin Rapids. She doubled back in the 2nd and grounded to third base in the 3rd. She is 1 for 2. Butler's 0-1. That'll be flared off to the first base side, out of play. And just like that, 0-2. 3-1 Warriors. All 3 runs for Wausau West came in the 3rd. 1 run for Rapids in the top of the 5th. Fastball just off the outside corner. Right onto the mitt of Jaden Kalmus. That's a good 0-2 pitch, and I think Butler may have thought she got the corner. But 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball in the hole between short and third into left field for a base hit. Right in the wrong spot for Wausau West, between Defner at third and Elke at short. So a leadoff single will bring the potential tying run to the plate for Wisconsin Rapids in left fielder McKenna Red Cloud. We will get a courtesy runner for the Red Raiders.
Runner number 17, Jersey Weiler.
Jersey Weiler will come out and do the running. She is a sophomore for Wisconsin Rapids. That was the 6th base hit of the game for Wisconsin Rapids. Right-handed batter, McKenna Red Cloud, who is 0 for 1. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 called. Red Cloud laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning, and she also grounded to third base and Taylor Defner in the 4th. Nothing in 1. Here's the pitch. There's a chopper foul third base side, and again, jumping ahead of the hitter is Butler. No balls and 2 strikes. Target is set. Butler with the pitch. Change of pace. A looper into right field for a base hit. So back-to-back runners reaching base for Wisconsin Rapids on base knocks. First and second with nobody out for the Raiders in the top of the 6th. And Ava Thomas coming to the plate.
Now batting number 33, Ava Thomas.
Well, things heating up even as the temperature cools down. Still 44, but the wind chill right now 34 degrees here at West. There's a square around, taken for a ball. So looking to get that potential tying run into scoring position is Wisconsin Rapids. Thomas is hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out. She is 0 for 2. Butler looks in. Here's the pitch. Coming up empty on that bunt attempt is Ava Thomas, and it's 1-1. Right on top of home plate is Thomas. 1-1 pitch. Another square out, gets through the catcher Kalmus to the backstop. So the runners advance without the sacrifice. Second and third, nobody out now for Rapids. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Thomas, and the bunt will be taken off as she'll swing away and try to get those runs in. 2-1. Good fastball in the outer portion of the plate from Butler, and the count evens up at 2-2. Well, a strikeout would be big right now for the Warriors. Butler toes the rubber, has the sign, has the target. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball toward short. Jaden Elke looks to home instead, fires the first. Runner now breaks for third, and sliding in safely will be Red Cloud. That was a smart play. A little peek by Elke, but without a force. He needed to get that out. Did so, but the run scores, and it's now 3-2. A runner on third and 1 out. So a ground ball RBI for Ava Thomas. 6-3 on the putout. So 1 out. And there's a pickoff! And safe back to the bag just in time was Red Cloud. And a little dribbler, but getting to the first base safely is Fuller.
Now batting number 1, Ellie Linsmeyer.
So Linsmeyer will now step in with runners on the corners and 1 out. Number 9 hitter in the Rapids batting order. She has grounded to second base twice. Squares the bunt. It's a foul ball. So a squeeze play on there for Wisconsin Rapids. 60 feet away at third base is the tying run for Wisconsin Rapids with McKenna Red Cloud. Time is called. Jogging to the third base side will be Allie Linsmeyer. Thanks to Matthew Meyer and Weld Riley for their support of our broadcast today of Wausau West Warrior High School Softball. And if you're watching, don't forget, click on that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Just says that, hey, you'll be informed on YouTube when we have a broadcast. And it just looks good. Want to get that subscriber number up. So if you have not subscribed, again, just hit the button and become a subscriber on Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel. No balls and 1 strike on Allie Linsmeyer. 3-2 Warrior lead. 1 out, runners on the corners. Fastball off the inside corner. Runners breaking and actually jogging towards second base. And the Warriors are not going to fool around. But now the potential lead run is in scoring position for Wisconsin Rapids. So Fuller in on catcher's indifference. 1 ball and 1 strike on Linsmeyer. Squares the bunt, came up empty, and that's strike 2. So again, looking to bunt it with that runner on third base is Rapids and Linsmeyer. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Huge situation right now. Ready is Butler. Here's the pitch. Fighting that one off and falling it to the screen is Linsmeyer, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Perhaps the most critical moment of this game at this point. Second and third, 1 out. Butler again working very quickly is ready. 1-2 pitch. Oh! Very close pitch, but not getting the call is Butler, and it's now 2-2. Boy, oh boy, that was very, very close. 2-2. Strike 3 called! Going right back to the outside corner is Butler. A huge strikeout, and now 2 outs with runners on second and third.
Now batting number 11, Layla Petrow.
Not many strikeouts today for Caitlin Butler. In fact, only her second, but boy, that was a big time to get the K. Top of the order, Layla Petrow And the first pitch is low and inside for ball one. So tying run at third, lead run at second for Rapids. 1 run in, 2 outs, top of the 6th. 3-2 Wausau West. There's a chopper at the plate. That is a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we expected a good one, and that's all they've been in the Wisconsin Valley Conference for the Warriors this season. Boy, every game has been something along these lines. Very, very competitive. 1-1. Change of pace, and there's a looper coming in. Dive, but not able to get there is Freiberg, and Wisconsin Rapids will take the lead. Sliding into second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double is Petrel, and it's now 4-3. Boy, I didn't think she had a chance off the bat, but boy, a great break on it by Brooklyn Freiberg, and she almost was able to take that one away from Petrel. But that is a big 2-out hit for Layla Petrel.
Courtesy run for catcher, number 35, Ellen Van Peterson.
For the first time today, Wisconsin Rapids has the lead, 4-3. So now Warriors will try to get out of this frame with no further damage. A courtesy runner for Wisconsin Rapids. Actually, no, that's still Petrel out there. Rachel Linsmeyer will now step in. There's a ground ball first base side and a foul ball. We saw the Warriors back in the third get some big 2-out hits, and here it was Wisconsin Rapids. 0-1 on Rachel Linsmeyer. She is 2 out of 3, has a pair of singles. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Runner between second and third, and holding on to it is Jaden Kalmus. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. There's a high fly ball right field. Claire Schultz coming in and makes the grab for out number 3. But 3 runs come across for the Lincoln Red Raiders in the top of the 6th inning. 3-run score. 3 runs on 3 base hits and a runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, it is Wisconsin Rapids 4, Wausau West 3. This is Warrior Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Weld Riley Law Firm of Wausau and attorney Matt Meyer is a supporter of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Matt and the attorneys at Weld Riley have a wide range of practical knowledge and litigation experience, enabling their firm to offer an unparalleled breadth of services and depth of talent in Wisconsin. Matt can help you in finding a legal solution in civil litigation, family law, personal injury, and more. Contact Matt Meyer at Weld Riley Law Firm in Wausau. Thanks to Weld Riley and Matt Meyer for their support of high school sports coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks to the
Well, some work to do now for Wausau West. They trail Wisconsin Rapids 4-3. Brooklyn Kalmus will lead things off. Bottom third of the order for Wausau West against Ava Thomas. Here's the pitch. Bounces in there for ball 1. Brooklyn Kalmus, Caitlin Butler, and Brooklyn Freiberg do up for Wausau West. Wearing a brace on her left knee, but still out there. There's a ground ball towards shortstop. Pick made by Jaminski, fires across in time, 6-3 on the putout for out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Caitlin Butler.
So Caitlin Butler will step in with 1 out. Butler is 0 for 2. She is flown out and grounded back to the circle. There's a well-hit ball. Gapper in right center, way back! Right to the base of the... Is it out? Is it out? Yes, it is! It's a home run! That ball carried right over the center field fence. A solo home run for Caitlin Butler to tie it up. I thought it was a gapper, but that ball just kept going and ends up over the fence in right center field, and it's 4-4. Boy, hitting that ball on the screws was Butler to tie it up. It went from a double, maybe a triple, into a home run for Caitlin Butler. So back to even, 4-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Freiberg now steps in. Pitch is on the outside corner for strike one called. Boy, what a massive, massive blow by Caitlin Butler. When it appeared that the momentum had gone straight over to Wisconsin Rapids, the Warriors get right back to even. There's a chopper off the body of Freiberg, and the count is 0-2. Four to 4 game. Right-handed hitting sophomore Brooklyn Freiberg takes that pitch down low for a ball. Again, we've had ourselves a good one here from Wausau West. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Way up high, and it's now 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Straight ahead stance in the box from Freiberg. 2-2. Drops a little bit low. Good eye at the plate. And the count runs full. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Brooklyn Freiberg. Here comes the payoff pitch. Bounces in there, and that's a good at-bat by Freiberg. And the potential lead run is on base for the Warriors.
Batting number 1, Brianne Bouchon.
1 out, runner on first. Good speed for Brooklyn Freiberg, and Brianne Bouchon will step in. Right-handed batter. Right down the chute, pick off back to first, and diving back in safely again is Brooklyn Freiberg. Taking a look again at her wristband is Ava Thomas. Here's the pitch. Change of pace and for a strike. Runner on the move. Throw goes almost into center field, but a stolen base for Brooklyn Freiberg, and the lead run in scoring position for the Warriors. So a chance for the Warrior freshman to give West the lead back. Pitch is down low for a ball. Pick off back again, and again head first dive from Freiberg safely. Four to 4. 3 in the top of the inning for Rapids, and now the Warriors 1 in and a runner on second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball off the mid of the third baseman fair. The third getting waved around. Here comes the throw. Cut off. And a slide head first into second by Bouchon. An RBI double for the freshman, and the Warriors regain the lead. 5-4. Right inside the line, diving towards the line was Gabby Myatt. Got a glove on it, but it deflected into short left field. No hesitation, being waved around with Freiberg to score. And into second with the RBI double is Bouchon. There's Elke. Bunt attempt. It is a foul ball. Foul ball. Well, the Warriors have responded with a 2-run bottom of the 6th inning to regain the lead. Right-handed batting, Jaden Elke waits. Here's the 0-1. Went up after a high fastball and fouls it off. There's a little roller, first base side, foul ball. Remains 0-2. Runner waits on second. Still just 1 out for the Warriors. Ava Thomas to the plate. Keeping it alive again is Jaden Elke on that foul ball. Still 0-2. Jaden Elke is 0 for 3. She is grounded out, flown out, and popped up. 0-2. There's a fly ball left field. Well hit by Room, and the grab is made by McKenna Red Cloud for out number 2. So runner on second, 2 outs for Taylor Defner. Right-handed batter. Defner is singled and walked. 1 for 2. Pitch misses away for ball 1. Defner's ready. Runner waits on second. That's Brianne Bouchon. Ava Thomas toes the rubber, winds and deals. There's a high fly ball deep into right center field. Way back, and out of here! Another 2-run home run for Taylor Defner. And the Warriors are now up 7-4. Almost the same spot as Caitlin Butler drilled it for the Warriors. And wow, what a turnaround here in the bottom of the 6th. What a 6th inning generally between these squads. So the Warriors, 2 home runs in the inning, both to right center field. And we will have a pitching change here for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Pitching change for the Lincoln Red Raiders in the bottom of the 6th inning. Warriors have scored 4 runs and have a 7-4 lead. We'll take a quick timeout and then come back and let you know about the new pitcher. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports and the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel.
Rocket Industrial's mission to package with less is a commitment to making a future that's better for the next generation. Their recommendations help manufacturers across the nation package with less material, less waste, less time, and with less cost. Their engineers and experts provide data-backed solutions that positively impact your bottom line. When you work with Rocket Industrial, you're working with a partner committed to making a difference. Rocket Industrial, package with less. Learn more at rocketindustrial.com.
Jaden Kalmus will face Bailey Williams, the new pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. 7-4 Warriors. There's a well-hit ball. That's a gapper in right center field. That will go all the way to the fence. Rounding first, heading to second with a stand-up double is Jaden Kalmus. Well, the bats have come alive for Wausau West in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on second now for Taylor Murkowski. A home run by Butler with one out. A double by Brianne Bouchong, an RBI hit. A 2-run homer by Defner, now a double by Jaden Kalmus as that pitch is up and in to Taylor Murkowski for ball 1. Taylor Murkowski has had a good day at the plate. She is 2 out of 3, including a 2 RBI hit with 2 outs back in the 3rd. 1 ball and actually 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Left-hander misses for a ball. Seven to 4 Warriors, bottom half of the 6th inning. Williams has the sign, has the target. Here's the pitch. Off the outside corner, and that's ball 4. So reaching base safely for the 3rd time today is Taylor Murkowski. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Claire Schultz coming to the plate.
15, Claire Schultz.
Well, everybody is hit here in this inning for the Warriors. This is the 9th batter to come to the plate for Wausau West in the bottom of the 6th. There's a bunt. Good bunt. Williams will pick up. Williams will not have a play. A bunt single for Claire Schultz will load the bases. And that will load them up for Brooklyn Kalmus.
Bag number 6, Brooklyn Kalmus.
Kalmus was the first batter in this inning, way back. She grounded to short, but now she's hitting again in the bottom of the 6th. Warriors looking for more. Ground ball to the right-hand side. He'll be scooped. Little flip from Taylor Fuller to first. 4-3 on the putout. And that will do it for the Warriors. But Wausau West sends 10 batters to the plate.
Rocket Industrial's mission to
They send 10 batters to the plate in the inning. And Wausau West scores 4 times. Warriors now head to the 7th
Warriors in the bottom of the 6th, 4 runs
and have a 7-4 lead. This is Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Leading on top of the 7th.
Not too early.
For the Raiders, the shortstop, number 9, Peyton Jaminski.
Top of the 7th inning. Wausau West 7. Wisconsin Rapids 4. And the first pitch from Caitlin Butler is down low for ball 1. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Wisconsin Rapids. Rachel Linsmeyer leads things off. 1-0. Chopper, third base side, goes foul. Evens it up at 1-1. Well, that 6th inning was one to remember. Rapids, 3 runs in the top of the frame, turned a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead, and then the Warriors come back in the bottom of the 6th, score 4 times, including a pair of home runs to lead 7-4. Fastball is down low for ball 2. Rachel Linsmeyer has 2 base hits today. Actually, excuse me, this is Peyton Jaminski. Linsmeyer finished off the last inning. So Jaminski, who has a hit, she singled back in the first. 1 for 3. There's a grounder off the mid of the pitcher, and that's going to be an infield single. Off the mitt of Caitlin Butler, deflected to Elke, but that's an infield hit for Peyton Jaminski.
Now, hitting number 18, Allie Blanchard.
And Allie Blanchard will now step in. Blanchard, the cleanup hitter. Here's the pitch. Drops down low. Ball 1. Blanchard is grounded out, walked, and struck out. 0 for 2 officially. One more base runner would put the potential tying run at the plate, and we've seen that the ball, especially to right, is carrying. There's a ground ball towards second. Bouchon has one play. She'll flip the first in time. Warriors will take the out. Runner goes to second on the play. 4-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 16, Ellie Rapier.
Ellie Rapier, the designated player, number 5 hitter, comes to the plate. She doubled back in the second. She grounded out in the third and then singled and scored as part of that 3-run sixth. So she is 2 for 3. And the pitch. Ground ball again. Second base, Bouchon. She'll flip the first in time. 4-3 on the putout. And the Warriors are 1 out away. 2 outs, runner on third. McKenna Red Cloud due up next.
McKenna Red Cloud.
Red Cloud laid down a sacrifice bunt, grounded out, singled, and scored. Back through the wicket to the pitcher in the center field for an RBI base hit. So Red Cloud right between the legs of Caitlin Butler. Scoring is Jaminski, and it's now 7-5.
Now batting number 33, Ava Thomas.
Ava Thomas comes to the plate representing the potential tying run for Wisconsin Rapids. Pitch is down low, smothered nicely by catcher Jaden Kalmus. Ball 1. 7-5 game. Early on, it looked like it would be a low-scoring affair. It was 0-0 until the bottom of the third, but the offenses have heated up late in the game. Ground ball towards short. Elke will pick. She'll fire across on target in time, and the Warriors win it. Rapids scores once in the top of the 7th, but in the end, it is Wausau West knocking off Wisconsin Rapids by a score of 7-5. We will have a chance to talk to a player or two coming up. But the Warriors knock off Wisconsin Rapids 7-5, are now 8-7 overall and 3-3 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Post-game coming up next. This is Wausau West Warrior High School softball on Wausau Area Sports.
Financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Wausau West High School sports. Whether it's investments, insurance, financial planning, or more, contact Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Tim is a 1997 graduate of Wausau West High School and has been coaching Wausau West student athletes since 2001. Financial advisor Tim Freiberg and Rib Mountain Financial Group, a proud supporter of Wausau West High School athletics. Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage of Wausau West High School sports on Wausau Area Sports. Thanks for watching on the Wausau Area Sports YouTube channel, but we'd like to see you out and about supporting Wausau West student athletes in action. To see a listing of upcoming events at Wausau West High School, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. That's WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their support of our coverage on Wausau Area Sports.
And Chad Holmes again here from Wausau West High School, where the Wausau West softball team rallies late to defeat Wisconsin Rapids by a score of 7-5 and earn a split in the season series, as the Lincoln Red Raiders won the first game by a score of 5-3. We'll have a chance to talk to a couple of players here coming up in just a moment, but again, a recap. Warriors scored 3 times in the bottom half of inning number 3 to take the lead. A RBI single by Jaden Kalmus and a 2 RBI single by Taylor Murkowski made it 3-0. Wisconsin Rapids got one back in the 5th, as they were able to take advantage of a couple of Wausau West errors and put a run across to make it 3-1. Then Rapids would score 3 times in the top of the 6th to take the lead. First, it was an RBI ground ball by Ava Thomas, and then a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Layla Petrell to make it 4-3. The Warriors then would come back in the bottom of the 6th inning, send 10 players to the plate, and score 4 times. With 1 out, a solo home run by Caitlin Butler over the fence in right center field tied it up. Then Brooklyn Freiberg walked and stole second base. Brianne Bouchon then doubled her in and made it the Warriors a lead 5-4. And then 1 out later, Taylor Defner would drill a home run over the fence in right center field, and that would make it 7-5, and that would be the final score. Wausau West 7 and Wisconsin Rapids 5, as the Warriors do win this one here today. Waiting here for our player guest to join us in our post-game show. A reminder that tomorrow, Wausau West High School baseball, the Warriors will take on Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. We will have coverage of that one starting with the pregame show at 4:45 and the first pitch at 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, we'll have more Wausau West Warrior High School softball. The Warriors will have a pair of games over in De Pere. And the Warriors will take on De Pere first with the pregame show at 9:45 a.m. and the first pitch at 10 a.m. And then the Warriors will take on West De Pere in the second game at approximately 12 noon. I don't know if they forgot, but we need to have our player guest coming up, and I think now they finally noticed, and here they come. Caitlin Butler and Taylor Defner will be with us, and the power here for the Wausau West Warriors. Again, home runs in the 6th inning. Caitlin Butler, first of all, it was looking bleak, to be honest with you, because it was 4-3 Wisconsin Rapids after they scored those 3 times in the top of the 6th. 1 out, nobody on base. What was your mindset? I mean, that ball just kept going and going and going. That had to be an incredible thrill.
I mean, not gonna lie, I was pissed off a little bit after those 2 runs, but I was like, hit the ball, and I've never hit a home run before, and it went off the bat, and I was like, I think it went over.
I wanted to ask you, because off the bat, I was thinking it was going to be a gap shot. Did you think you had enough to get that ball over the fence?
I thought it was a gap shot, and then I saw it over the fence, and I was like, did it go over?
And then the pitching-wise, I mean, again, it was another solid effort, again, outside of the top of the 6th, but at the same time, again, you really battled and then closed it out in the 7th inning. With Nora's injury early, sometimes, you had 2 pitchers. Did you know right from that point it was you all the way?
I mean, yeah, they were going to push me, and unless I started to really struggle, I knew I was going the full 7, and I guess only 6 this game, but yeah, I always have so much faith in my defense that I knew they were going to handle it.
How big is this win? Because it really, I mean, you look at it, instead of being 2-4 in the conference, you're 3-3. You're still, right in the mix, in the middle. I imagine this game was significant after the loss on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. The first time we played them, we knew we could have taken them. So I feel like we had that drive to win, and we wanted it, and we took it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Taylor Defner.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Unlike Caitlin's home run, off the bat, it felt like that one was going. Did it feel that way for you?
It felt like it. It was really good. It felt like it. This season's just been incredible.
How do you compare this one to the Stevens Point game? I imagine that was a thrill.
Yeah.
This is just as big a thrill, but to do it again late has to be just incredible.
It's just been amazing. This team's incredible. Of course, beating Spash is always going to be a big thing, but we really, really needed this win against Rapids. Every single game that we've played this conference and we've lost have all been because of errors. We all know that.
Yeah.
But it's really just what we can do to fix that and putting all of our defensive and offensive power into place, and it all works out, and it's been good.
One of the interesting things about this team is you got a couple of freshmen that are playing, you got a couple of sophomores that are playing. Is it coming together maybe even a little quicker than you thought it would?
It really is. I was not expecting all of us to have this great chemistry that we've all been having. We've all been having such great success at the plate and in the field. We've all been doing amazing. It was really unexpected for all of this to happen. It's just been great. I love it.
And then finally, Saturday, you got a couple of games in De Pere. Non-conference games have been a bit of a Achilles heel for Wausau West the last couple of years. How important is it to go over there and build on this and not, because all the games actually count when it comes to postseason seeding. I imagine trying to build on it on Saturday, get a couple of W's is significant.
It's going to mean a lot. We really need these wins this weekend. We all can do it. I know we can. We've shown that we can. Exactly. Based off of what we've been doing and how we've been doing, I know we can beat these teams this weekend.
Well, I got to say, I've been waiting for a home run call all spring. I haven't had one until then. And you get 2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Crazy.
Congratulations to both
so
of you.
much.
Absolutely. Again, Taylor Defner, Caitlin Butler, home runs in the bottom of the 6th inning as the Warriors come back and are able to knock off Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln by a score of 7-5. Again, just an outstanding, exciting game here on a very chilly afternoon. Again, I mentioned earlier, 44 degrees. We had wind chill factors in the mid-30s, but in the end, really did heat up late for the Warriors to get back over 500 overall at 8-7 and back to even in the Wisconsin Valley Conference at 3 wins and 3 losses. Well, let's remind you about how the Warrior baseball team is. Let me bring this up here. Oh, geez. I guess today I picked the right part of the Wausau West baseball and softball complex to be at, because it's been a rough go of it right now for the Warriors. They are trailing Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln just across the way. In fact, I'm going to head over there just to catch the end of the game, but they're in the top of the 3rd inning, and really it's been a rough one for the Warriors. Wisconsin Rapids has scored 7 times in the top of the 3rd, and they lead the Warriors now by a score of 11-0. So there's still time, but the Warriors better get moving on that one. And, of course, as I said, we'll be with the Wausau West baseball team tomorrow at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, starting with the pregame show at 4:45. Other scores in the Wisconsin Valley Conference in softball. Stevens Point, they stay in a tie for first with Marshfield as Stevens Point beat DC Everest 18-2 today down in Stevens Point. Marshfield still in a tie for first as well, as they are 5-1 in the conference. Stevens Point is 5-1 in the conference. Marshfield shut out Wausau East today by a score of 10-0. Marathon softball team is still rolling in the Merriwood South. They shut down Stratford by a score of 10-0 today as well. And Edgar is leading Newman Catholic in softball today as well. Edgar leads at home against Newman Catholic by a score of 11-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. So again, that's a look at what's going on in area high school baseball and softball here on this Thursday afternoon. But here today, it is the Wausau West Warriors knocking off the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders by a score of 7-5. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, without whose help we could not bring you high school softball action here on Wausau Area Sports, and thanks to you for joining us as well. Again, I am Chad Holmes from Wausau West High School, where the Warrior softball team knocks off the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders by a score of 7-5. Thanks for joining us for Wausau West softball on Wausau Area Sports.
This has been Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on Wausau Area Sports. Wausau West Softball has been brought to you by the Cloverbell Credit Union. Since 1936, local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong. Warrior Softball is also brought to you by Rocket Industrial, the Wausau West Athletic Department, the Weld Riley Law Firm and attorney Matthew Meyer, and financial advisor Tim Freiberg of Rib Mountain Financial Group. Thanks for joining us for Wausau West Warrior High School Softball on your home for Warrior Sports, Wausau Area Sports, and WausauAreaSports.com.